Victoria will be here in moments.
Good morning, Henry.
Good morning, Charlie. My class will follow up. My first watercolor fusion class will start today, half an hour after this one, when Victoria finishes. Just a reminder. Thank you. Here's Victoria.
Good morning， 你好，你们好。
你好。
Happy. Are you still taking the Chinese class?
I am.
Good. 很好。
It's starting again. It was off for a while. Now it's starting again next week.
Good. 好。
It's very challenging.
Okay. For our last class in this section, it will be happen to the Chinese New Year, and I will do some like one character. I will write blessing in this square red paper. That's the Chinese tradition for write blessing or other some lucky auspicious word on that, and put it diamond, actually position it diamond shaped, or like this square shaped. And I will do that as our class, like a event, and we practice the calligraphy on this red squared paper, because it will be just a New Year Day, Chinese New Year, and this is the very typical tradition. We call it to give out. I wrote this and give people. And for myself, it's also activity to hang it on some place on the wall, and I will do it. And in our class, we if you have because it's 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks later. If you want to buy, we carry this in our website for I don't know, 5-piece or 10-piece. Inexpensive. This is Xuan paper, and with some, golden for New Year, golden pattern background on that. You have time to buy it, or you have it already. You don't have to, or you have some red Xuan paper. You can use ink. You can use yourself. The size is. Yeah, if you have your own, you can make some square to prepare. The size is okay. Can you see that? Okay, yeah. If you want to the authentic, the Xuan paper, you can order. You still have time. From our website, bluehandarts.com. Or if you just you don't care, you want to you have some available for painting, this size to make the square. You can make a few of them. We will do some different word in that on that. Normally, like for latest 8 years, I'm in Southern California, LA County, and we have lots of events to before New Year's Day and after, to go out and to like Americana, but this year and also last year, it canceled. So I wrote a lot of these to give people. Okay, so this year we will do in our calligraphy class. Of course, this is the calligraphy event. Okay, today's class, we are learning cold, we are learning winter, because this is the season. We learned autumn, we learned the summer, right, before, but we are learning the winter and the cold. We, in the Southern California, it's almost the start. So this is the time to learn, otherwise it's past. And we have some phrase to use this word later. Like we said, I wrote on the handout, we have the cold winter, in cold winter, blossom, and my blossom is almost bloom, but they're already. And we have other phrase to paint. We say the 3 friends in the cold winter, which is pine tree, bamboo, and the plum. So we are going to do that later. Waiting for my plum. Also, we have what I'm going to say, I don't know. Okay, the 4 gentlemen. We know the 4 gentlemen in Chinese painting, right? Plum, orchid, and bamboo, and chrysanthemum. So 4 of them. Some people said this is for 4 seasons. 4 seasons. So the winter one, actually very early spring, it is plum. So we have the winter. We have to learn the word for the winter. It's a good word. We will use some in some phrase. And my background, actually, one of my orchid is blooming. See that? I'm going to. Closer. This is one of the Japanese orchid. It's called also it's called young princess. It's a Cymbidium orchid family. Same as the Chinese one. How can I? See the flower? Not clear, not focused. The red pinkish one in the center, and the leaves very slant, very narrow. Okay, so the whole proportion for Chinese orchid is like that. That's what we said for painting the Chinese orchid. Leaves is important, but the flower, the proportion is not that big. Very fragrant. Confucius said the king of fragrant, called this orchid the king of fragrant. Okay, so we have some chance to do more orchids, but today we are learning the word for winter, for cold, and prepare for the phrase later. We do some 3 friends in the winter and some plum things. And we will do the plum basic strokes for today practice. It's looks easy, right? Then we'll do that. Okay, let's start with the characters for code. This code kind of, in Chinese long history, this is kind of written language. So it's appeared in the poem. And we have any other word called leng in the spoken language. However, we need to learn this for the using in the phrase in the poem, right? In our painting. Okay, same way I do standard first. See my desk? Yes. Okay, dot. And this kind of very small vertical, like a dot like. And you can see some very light touch for this vertical, I mean, for this horizontal, and then press for that slant, small slant, right? So with some rhythm, right? Press and lift. My ink not very thick because my brush is very wet. Too much water there. Okay, so far, what kind of the top, the radical we learned? Anybody remember it? The radical. What's this radical called?
It's the roof.
Yeah, roof. Who's there?
Emily?
Emily. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, my screen is on. I only see three: Kathy, Jeanette, yeah, Mary, Dan, and Mike. Okay, Emily's there. Oh, okay. Yeah, you. Yeah, this roof. Roof is still cold. I don't know how come we learned the word family, right? Family with this roof radical on top. I said, oh, family, there is a roof and underneath something is a family. But how come with the roof still cold? Oh, that's really cold, huh? Okay, and then let's continue. Like some rack there, right? Okay, do two small one first, like a two horizontal and two vertical. Yeah, notice a little bit not very even, right? The horizontal one a little bit up, and the vertical one a little bit close to the right hand side, because I think for the most balancing looking, balance this a little bit heavy. Okay, and then one on the bottom, kind of to hold it, and a slant to the left from here. Press my slant. See, while I'm talking too heavy. The press should be heavier than the slant. Okay, I do it again. Press always to the right. Jeanette, I say slowly, gradually lift, right, on your homework. So we do not do like that, very curvy. Draw, this is called, I call draw, okay. Do not draw. You need to press and lift. To press and then lift. Okay, for the stroke of press. Okay, and then two dots. Gosh, this one is really ugly. Because this is too heavy, I think is not the balanced looking at all. You know, for the calligraphy, even it's called standard style, need some rhythm. The rhythm means some like a downbeat is really heavy, right? And some light. We talk about the yin and yang, right, as a unit. So need to be some strong, some a little bit light to make the whole thing balanced looking. That's why also it's called different from the printing form, right? Not from printer. Okay, so do it again. All right, too big. This stroke. Okay, again, actually, I think my brush, I didn't get water out and then put it in ink. So too much water there. Okay, dot to make this roof radical. Press here and slant. 1, 2, horizontal. 1, 2, vertical. Bottom, horizontal. And then look, roof still covered, right? This bottom horizontal longer than the upper two, but not longer than the roof. Roof is still covered. Yeah, remember this is the meaning of a roof. Okay, and this one and this one, you can think as the unit, as a unit, one light and the one heavier. Okay. Two dot with some direction, right? And one small, one big. See, always with some rhythms there. This one better. Okay, let's go the walking style. Walking and which means faster, and you can think of like a careless. But you need to get used to the whole thing, like a fluent, more fluent, right? Otherwise, wouldn't show the, the dynamic very well. Okay, basically, we can look at, looks like the some connection in the horizontal, right? And in the two dots, right? So when you practice after that, for a few of them, and then you got the everything correct, you know how to go the stroke next, what's the next stroke, and then ready for walking. You do not have to exactly mimic that, Okay, the dot, and the longer, and this stroke, and this one a little bit across, overlap and cross the thing, and 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Okay, some like not very clear. No, this is, perfect for be recognized. And sometimes shows the connection, and sometimes just shows the tendency, not the thin line there. But it has to be different, even you show the connection there, right? Has to be different with the real stroke, from standard style, the real stroke, and the connection part should be lighter. Okay, and then 2 strokes for that, and 2 dots, a little bit connected. And that stroke, the stroke of the last dot shows a little bit of tendency of ready for next character, right? You don't have to. I said I choose this from the real things. So a little bit like if you don't have the next stroke, you don't have to like that. Okay, ready for the next one, go. Some shows that, But if you do not have that, you do not have to do that. Okay. And or if you want to mimic that, fine. Yeah. Should be like that. Like that. I just let you know, do not do too heavy for this hook. Okay. Put your force this way and then naturally lift a little bit, shows a little bit hookish things. Okay, that's how much for the walking. From not that much differences, right? Walking, just some connection, basically. And for this form of the grass style or running style, that's a lot changed. For the upper part, we still can tell, from this roof become dot is still dot, but those two become one stroke. The last hook shows, right? Shows the slant. The first seems not really show, but make a little bit of press to indicate that there is, this stroke original come from. Okay, so the dot, and then this kind of things. To do a little bit instead of directly go that, right? You do a little bit like that, things. Do a little bit. And then underneath is from this, but it's hard to, I cannot explain which stroke is from which, but I will explain. Okay, do like horizontal first, and then back to this, and do kind of diagonal things, and back like a circle or not very clear circle, and do the connected two dots. Basically, like that. So when you do even more connected, some like two press for the two dots, but show it. Okay, and the total things, put them together, should be diagonal and back to the center, and then do two dots. Yeah. If you say, as I explained, these two parts, vertical, diagonal, and back to two dots. So no matter how faster, and it shows two dots, it will be recognized. Do not worry. So, see, this is also be recognized very easily. This is also the code in the grass running form. This clerical style is very, now we know the role for that, right? Carving mood. And I'm glad to see the homework of Jeanette. Jeanette, did you first time do that? I first time saw you to do the clerical style.
That's first for me. I've never done this before.
Okay, very good. I mean, even not very for each strokes shows some imperfectness. Sometimes need more practice to make it a perfect looking things. Like Emily have done the calligraphy for like 20 some years.
Oh wow!
Perfect strokes. Yes. But I say great job for you is you got the, we say the spirit, the center things, the main idea of how to do this, how to do it. it's like the carving mood. I say carving mood, and you think of you are holding a stick to do things on the sand. That's the way to do. So you did perfect. You did perfect. Yeah. Okay, that's do carving mood. Carving mood. Even you look the sample of a clerical style. It's on stone or on the bamboo. So it's different. Sometimes it shows the imperfect, right? The Japanese says wabi sabi. Okay, dot, and then see the dot more triangle, not the smooth raindrop. And this is triangle again, right? And the carving mood. Is stroke by stroke, but should be different from the standard. And the vertical is short. So the whole looking for this style is flat. Need to be flat. That's the style for it. And the one stroke for the goose tail flying sometimes shows horizontal, sometimes shows in the press. This case is the press one. Yeah, go slow. You are carving. And on the hard surface, so not easy to go slow, slow, slow. Can back a little bit. And two horizontal instead of two dots. Okay, as I said, sometimes you know, you look at this looks very flat, right? I think probably the form why it is like that, you know, the traditionally the Chinese like if you write an article or the whole sentence is in vertical line. So you can save space to do more on the surface of a metal, on the like a turtle shell, back shell, or on the bamboo surface. You need to save the space, right? Vertical, so it's very flat. And nowadays people still use that because very dignified, stable looking for that. So for the on the badge of a store name for the store just opened, they put this kind of style. Yes, we still use that, but as art. People think it's beautiful. Okay, this is the code word, and we use like the a branch of a cold plum blossom. You know, it's a beautiful word. And this winter, consider of that the strokes. How many strokes? This one much easier, right? Easier, and with the same bottom, two dots with that one. Okay, but we all know sometimes, you know, the easier to write, but doesn't mean easier to write it beautifully. Last stroke sometimes hard to make it even or balanced. But this one actually not hard, really not hard. Okay, standard first. slant, short slant, press and gradually lift, Small horizontal here, not from too low, okay. And then press, become the long, gradually lift slant to this way. And the big press to that way, but not too far. Keep the whole thing still rectangular vertically, right? A little bit stronger than the press. I mean, yeah, than the slant. And the 2 dots, since there is not that much strokes there, and this become the lower part, so the strokes of the dots not too small, right? A little bit heavy. Otherwise, cannot hold the whole thing. Do again, I do not like my dot seems too dull, not vivid. Small slant, small horizontal, and it become press and change the direction to this for slant, gradually lift, and a little bit bigger for the press. 2 dots. Gradually lift. Okay. Walking, how to walk. Okay, seems we say always read the sample, right? Read, how to read. Try to summarize some things and see what I understand. Oh, connection among the strokes. Okay, those and become horizontal. It's become like a very connected, right? And this continue with that kind of circle-ish things to the press 1. And the press 1 kind of curve for the press, right? Because easy to go. But notice we talk about the rhythm. So here, the connection part, you know, a little bit light, right? Until you think the press stroke started. So with some rhythm. And the connection between 2 dots, right? So make it light. So still 2 strokes, but connected. So the 2 dots I'm talking about. Okay, so do like that. And back, and that, and that. Yeah, it's really just from standard and become careless and more connect. So you cannot, you know, from standing to walk, you cannot sometimes tell really left and right step, right? Okay, so. They're all walking, sometimes not very clear for the definition of a walking and running, right? My walking, I just wrote, is very close to the running. Nothing that much different actually from just some people, different people. Okay, so this shows more like a continue to do the next strokes. That's why at the very, very end, a little bit hookish things, right? Do not on purpose to do that. You know, sometimes you do a little bit more horizontalish for the 2 dots. Sometimes to do a little bit, you know, slant or vertical to the 2 dots. Oh, fine, no problem. Yeah. Or with some angle to do the 2 dots. But it shows 2 strokes there, right? 2 strokes here. Yeah, just let you know as the range for that. Doesn't matter. You feel comfortable. You know, it's from this kind of things. Okay, that's easy, right? That's easy. You got the meaning of carving wood and the stick, not the soft bristle for your brush. Okay, and you do it on the hard surface. Go slow, slow. Do not lift too soon, and you back a little bit to make it, you know, because on carving, actually, you can do back and forth, right? Back and forth to make it clear. And then go big slant at the end without lifting. Actually, you bounce back a little bit to make this, you know, clear and dignified looking. And press for the goose tail flying. Slow, slow, slow. And the 2 dots, well, 2 horizontal looking things. That's the clerical style. So we can easily tell, right? Clerical style, not just simply the form, a little bit different, where it's connected, where also the stroke, right? The force when you how to make the strokes are a little bit different. So even you do not perfect, but I can tell the way you do that is correct. I put the cold winter, the winter plum, and the plum in cold weather. I put the word here for later use when we need it, and just let you know where we can use that. What does it mean, right? And any questions so far for the characters, or any question you have, let me know. Because next step, we are going to practice the plum flower strokes. Any question? No question? Okay, let's start to practice the plum. The plum, actually, this is, I got the easy photo in the Mustard Seeds Garden manual for this, because one of the 4 gentlemen, right? Whole thing is just a calligraphy stroke. So calligraphy stroke and the painting are same source. For the we can do it like the color one, and also but lots of people do this. We call it the line. We call it the practice. We call it circle the plum. Circle the plum. Circle the plum. The plum petals. Actually, need to be light ink. So do you always have the little saucer or little dish to make it, because you do not to dip in the water basin always, right? To make it a little. Maybe too light. Okay, and you always have like a piece of a waste Xuan paper to try the color on, right? And put the Chinese put some people put the towel, and I just use the paper towel, kitchen paper towel to use it. Okay, and then perpendicular, I mean straight your brush, and kind of use your finger. You can move your finger. Okay, let's do the 5 petal of the front one, even a little bit tilted, right? But the front one. Is English called front or called right face? What's called? What's called? I cannot see too small. Okay, the upper the corner, right up corner, the one. Yeah, the one with the 5 petals. Okay, 5 petals. The petals, the single petal, how do you do that? A single petal with a little bit, it's round. It's round, right? The single petal, like that. A little bit roundish and a little bit, well, we'll probably later talk about a little bit square, a little bit squarish. Everything in Chinese people, I mean in Chinese painting, the strokes or the form, you try to make something in between round and square. I mean the stroke will be beautiful. What I do not want very quick, use your arm to do, everything very. I do not want that. I understand what I'm talking about. That's not what I want. I want something slow but powerful. Straighten your brush and you try to make it like that for the single petal. Okay, then let's do the 5 one. One of them, and the second one. Which second one you do? Probably do this one. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I mean 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5. And a little bit, actually you need to wait a little bit dry, but circle one doesn't matter. The center things. Do not, do very shady, like you understand the meaning. And then some dot, not 1, 2, 1. Just my brush. Okay, you do not choose the bigger brush. I just want to use this dark ink. You just do the dot. Not one line match one dot. Something like that. Okay. Any question, or did you do things you feel hard or feel okay? And look back to the sample. You will notice one point is you want to 5 petals together, single petal like that, and then 5 petals, the outer form needed to be round. Needed to be the round. You do not want any for the facing one. We do the standard one, right? You do not want the oval shape. Okay. Need to be rounded. And look at the sample. Look at the sample. Even I have some questions step by step. Yeah. Look at the sample. Only 1 to 2 petal. How to spell petal? Help me. P-E-T-A-L. Thank you. 1 to 2 petals complete. Complete, and the other you add on. Did you notice that for the, yeah, even the front one? Otherwise, you wouldn't make the beautifully. Okay, do not do it like the. Do not do that like the one by one. Each one complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hard to arrange and not beautiful. You know, normally you do things. You think about a little bit different size, same size in the same flower, the petals, right? Not vary that much, but a little bit different, and some overlap. And unclose the center, unclose, leave some space there, and some overlap. That's the point. Okay. If you do totally closed and the round, no, you cannot do that. It's not plum. And you have totally closed. You have no no room for the center. About so no closing. About does it make sense? Okay, I wrote here. I don't know my English. I want to say do not 100% close. I mean the pedal. Okay, that's the front one, right? Okay, let's look at for plum blossom is very small. On the one branch, you need a lot. You need more than one from different direction, not like a sunflower to the same direction, or the roses basically you want to do 2 or 3 in the bouquet. They are all upward, right? Plum, you need to learn different directions. In one branch of say your painting on your card, or the painting of some things, actually the rule is one perfect facing one, front one will be enough. Otherwise, the painting wouldn't look good. Understand? You cannot do all of your or a lot of flower, plum blossom, just like the 5 petals facing you. It's really weird. Okay, which one we want to choose? Let's choose kind of upward, up towards the show some backing one, right? You need to look at that and practice some more and in your mind. And later, when you when you do the real painting, you will create yourself, some 3 to, I will say 3 to 4 forms. You remembered it. Okay, let's do. Okay, some the back of the petal, right? Okay, so this one kind of form, complete, right? And 2 side one not complete, right? Not complete. And the back, 2 5 petals, just like that. Just like that, right? And some shows a little bit things, because with some angle, right? Like that. And then later, how do you do the how say it, calyx, or what do you call that? The bottom of the petal one. I don't know the name for it to call it. You do like 2 dots, basically 2 dots to hold the petal. And then a little bit, sometimes you do the 3rd dots. I mean, connect with the branch, right? So this case, you see the bottom and you want to define where is the bottom, you just simply put it 1 or 2 or 3 dots, and you can do like that. And some small dots, Okay, this is the kind of the side view or the bottom. You see the bottom, and for the up towards blossom with 5 petals, right? And then what do we want to do? We want to do some, let's do the left bottom one says like just bloom, but not totally bloom. Okay, so this form, how to read it? Only 2 back of the petal, right? 2 back of the petal and with some angle. 1 back of the petal. Another one not complete because overlapped is here, right? Here. And back 2 incomplete with some angle. And other one, like the opened one, like that. In this case, I think when you feel your brush is too wet, you need some paper towel, do that. Okay, this case, these 2 pieces are back of petal. So the center things wouldn't show this, right? So the center things only show this way, right? And you do the dots. Okay, now you can see those 2 are back of the petal, right? So the totally like leave it white. And then the 3 dots for the bottom things. Okay, that's the other one. And some about the same, just different direction, right? Direction. That's the downward one. What about this one? And next to the right bottom, that is downward. Which one completed? Okay, the one like that, and then with some angle, the other one like that. You can do 2 strokes to form a petal, right? And then some angles. The third one like that, and then a little bit like that. Like that, and then shows a little bit because with some angle, right? Something like that. Dark ink for the bottom things. Bottom things should be here, and the dots for the center things, tiny things. See, this one actually need a little bit for the petal, a little bit fatter, right? A little bit fatter. Okay, and we can do a little bit for the bud one, and for some start falling, right? Okay, we can also, the important thing is also do some with only shows like the 4 petals. Yeah, be brave to do that, because later we talk about in the real painting, we do something, in group. So some form of 4 of petals. Let's do the left middle one, like the 1 petal left, right? And 1 petal like in the front, but very kind of flat and with some curved things, right? Curly things, and the 1 on the right. And 1 in the back, or something like that. And then yeah, only show 4 petals, and this one kind of facing you, so doesn't show the bottom thing. And you need the painting one, we always need some dark dots, so only dots for this. There's also like 4 petals to form things. Also this part a little bit, right? Because the inside one and the other side curved a little bit. See the back of the petal a little bit. This also 4 petals are also plum. Okay, let's do the bud with lots of form, like the 1 kind of the 1 stroke, just for kind of 1 stroke, kind of like that. Yes, bud, very simple bud dot. Okay, and you can do the other with more strokes for the bud. One stroke here, and the other stroke not even here. And also look at the right top place. It like a little bit opened, but facing you. You look it upside. You look it down. It looks like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to form it, right? And a little bit of center, I mean the dots you can see, right? Okay, I do this larger. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is also you do on the plum. You know the perspective for that? It's very also typical strokes, yeah. Of course, I think we learn the form first, like today's practice. And later, if you do the color one, of course, you know, oh, 5 strokes, you do 5 dots, you know, 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, and 2, very small. You know, do things like that. The colorful one. This is a dark, this is a black. You know, to do this first, and you understand the form, the shape, and it will be very easy to do the colorful one, and make some dots. And also lots of painting with, it's just like we call circle the flower petals. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, try to make it. How was it so far now? You understand some, right? And easy, and lots of things need to practice, and it's fun, and like a chrysanthemum leaves, and for this practice, I was you know, fascinated by doing this like 10 years ago. I had a period of time, like each morning I do this, and I enjoy it. Okay, happy painting, and probably this time, yeah, I give you the handout. You try to do more, see, make the beautiful things. Just remember 5 petals, and the outside for the whole line, thinking of in your mind is rounded. And the petals is kind of rounded, and squarish is fat. It's different from the other some flower, some fruits flower. The petal a little bit oval shaped, a little bit long shaped with the sharp tip, but this one, the tip is very rounded. Okay, happy practicing, and see the handout. Yeah, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye, Victor.